Last night, I was watching a documentary about wild animals in Africa, wild nature, and this is a really cute, nice ritual that me and Miranda have. We get together in the evening and we like to watch documentaries about animals in the wild. So, the one we were watching I highly recommend it. It's a 22 episode documentary called Savage Kingdom, and we've just finished the second one, and it's really brilliant. It's shot like a TV show, so you have different characters, and each episode introduces them, and they're all intertwined together. So you have a leopard character, a lion character, a hyena character, and the one we watched yesterday, the second one, happens to be about lions, and I am absolutely fascinated with lions. I think they are extremely fascinating. Their behavior is fascinating. Uh, Everything about them is fascinating. And I cannot tell you how many lion documentaries, lions in the wild, I've watched. And let me tell you, as many documentaries as I have watched, this one is really good. It's called Savage Kingdom. Do some research on it. If you want to watch it for free, there is a website called ihavenotv.com. So just in that website, ihavenotv.com, type Savage Kingdom. So, yeah, as we're watching, of course, I'm very fascinated by lion behavior, and also disgusted at the same time. My fascination is mixed with disgust, and here's why. So, there was this queen mother. She's the queen in the pride. She's the king's main wife. They don't have that concept, but let's just say she's his main wife. Okay, she's the queen. She's the leader, the female leader of her pride, her female pride. If you know anything about lions, they are very. There's, usually a lot more females, and I'll tell you why in a second here. But it's very much, lion society is centered around females. It's centered around females. There aren't usually many males. There's usually one, two, maybe two brothers, there protecting the pride, and most of them are females because what the way lion society works is so you have a king lion, right? One or two, could be more, but usually it's one or two brothers, sometimes more, and they protect the pride from, let's say, hyenas, but also from other intruders, young intruding lions who want to take over the pride. So what the male lions do, if they come and they challenge the king and they beat the king, they kill him. Usually they fight to the death, or until one of them just surrenders and leaves. Let's say somebody comes in, an intruder, a young lion, say the old king, he's getting old, he gets beaten, either he's killed, his injuries are life-threatening and possibly life-ending, or he just surrenders and he has to leave the pride. So the new lion comes in, right? A brash young lion, and what he does is he kills all the cubs of the previous father. He kills them. Infanticide. He kills them. So what the female will try to do is she will try, and usually very much unsuccessful, to hide her children. And lion finds them, the new one, and kills them. Okay, kills them. And yeah, so this is one reason why there are so much more females. I mean, they kill all the cubs. Males. See, I'm not sure about this one. This one specifically, don't quote me on that. I'm not sure if they just kill the males or they kill them all. Okay? I think they kill them all. Maybe I'm wrong, but anyway, as you can see, because the males are competing, so there's, young males, for instance, will be kicked out of the pride by their father. So that's why there are more females. So maybe that's the main reason. I think all the cubs of the previous king are killed. I believe so, males and females, but also young males let's say the father, the new father, kills all the cubs. Then he has sex with the females, and yeah, when his male cubs grow older, he will kick them off. So I find that disgusting. All of what I just said here. So let's recap a little bit here. New lion comes in, kills the old one, the old king, and kills all his cubs, the previous king's cubs, so that he only has his own offsprings in the pride, and he mates with the rest of the females. Usually he'll have one man, the queen, but sometimes he will also have, but sometimes, actually most times, he'll have sex with the other ones as well. So that's one thing here, one pretty terrifying thing, isn't it? You know, imagine you were in a new neighborhood and you wanna, as a human, assert your dominance. So you go to your neighbor and you kill your neighbor and you take over his wife and you kill all his children. Imagine doing that as a human, because that's pretty much what it is. These young lions come in, they're neighbors with this pride. And then, yeah, the young lion challenges the old king, kills him, takes over all the females, has sex with them, and kills his children. Imagine doing that to your neighbor. Okay, keep that in mind. Another bizarre behavior of lions, which I haven't seen before. I've seen it only in yesterday's documentary. So the queen of the pride, the leader of her female pride, she had sex with the king, and she had 2 cubs. So she went somewhere safe, quote unquote safe, to protect her 2 children. So guess what? Her female companions, whom she's the leader of, went to her, found her, smelled her scent, and found her with her 2 children. These are her friends, okay? Friends, right? Her pride members. And guess what? They killed her 2 cubs. They killed her 2 cubs. Reason? Because they were too tired of being leaderless, and she was taking too long, and they just killed her cubs so she can come back and lead them, because they don't know. They kind of lost without her. She's like the best hunter. You know, the females do the hunting, most of the hunting. Unless it's like a really big prey, like buffalo or something, then the male lion comes in. Okay, so there's another bizarre behavior, right? Oh, you're taking too long, I'm gonna kill your children. Now let me tell you something. Here's another one. Imagine you had a friend, and your friend has a child with his wife. Let's say your friend's a male, your friend with both. Let's say your friend with a male and a female, like a husband and a wife, who just had a child. And imagine, because they're not spending enough time with you because they're busy with their baby, one day you walk into their house and you kill their babies and you say, come back, you got to spend more time with me. I'm lost without you. I need your expertise in this and that. I need your advice, whatever. Imagine doing that. Imagine. You know, thank God humans, we have something called, you know, paternity or maternity leave. Maternity leave, right? So you can take some time off to, you know, take care of your child. Okay, so here we go. Another disgusting lion behavior. But there's so much more. So again, in the documentary yesterday, the son of the king, because remember, the king has sex with all the females, but he has a main wife, right? She's the queen. The son of the king comes and starts flirting with one of his stepmothers. He wants to have sex with his stepmother. Okay? So that already is disturbing. But disturbing from what? From the human perspective, right? From the human perspective, not from the lion perspective. And I'm going somewhere with this. Bear with me. I'm really going somewhere with this. So, what could go wrong, right? A son wants to have sex with his stepmother. Well, the king doesn't like that. The father doesn't like that. So guess what he does? He kills him. Kills him. Right? Kills him. 2 disturbing behaviors. One son wants to have, you know, sex with his stepmother, and the father decides, I'm gonna kill you, and he killed them. On and on it goes. Okay, on and on. Oh yeah, another one. The queen. The queen. The queen. She found the leopard. Leopards are rivals for lions in Africa. You know, they compete for the same prey, so they see themselves as rivals. And what they will do is, if they find young cubs, like if a leopard finds young cubs of lions, they'll try and kill them. So the queen, while pregnant, found the cubs of the leopard and killed one of them. The other one survived. Killed them because, like, oh, you're a rival. Imagine this. Imagine you're at work and there's a new hire, and this new hire has like a lot of potential. It seems like he's well liked. So one day you walk into the office, you slit his throat without anybody seeing. You hide the evidence. Bizarre, right? Bizarre. On and on I can go. On and on I can go. But it's not just lion behavior. Like, leopards do the same. What am I trying to say here? Why am I pointing out all these absurd behaviors in the lion kingdom? But lions, I'm just using lions as an example. Okay, I can go ahead and use different things. But let's go use something completely different. Okay, it's not something that's not like disturbing, but like self-destructing. Moths and flames. Yeah, there's a flame, the moth goes into the flame and leads itself into its own demise. Another one, mosquitoes. Sometimes a mosquito will enter my eye and it's dead. So, and again, it's self-destruct. Okay, where am I trying to go with this? What am I doing with all of this? Well, I'll probably use some more examples later, but my point being here is you have to recognize that the animal kingdom and the level of awareness and consciousness that the animal kingdom is operating at is vastly different than the human kingdom. In terms of awareness, in terms of intelligence, I'm not saying animals are stupid. Not at all. But here's what I'm going to say. Animals, for the most part, are children. Humans are teenagers. I'm not saying humans are perfect. Look at us. Look at what we're doing. Look at the mess we keep putting ourselves in. Okay? So I'm not saying humans are perfect. But what I'm saying is we're teenagers. And teenagers can take care of children if they're trusted with let's say the parent in this case being God, really. Okay, parents here, so God is the parent, the creator of this matrix, of this simulation, this game, says, hey humans, you guys are teenagers, you're growing to be adults pretty soon, take care of your brothers and sisters. I made a previous video called Animals Are Our Brothers and Sisters, but I really wanted to make this to further demonstrate my point. So God's the parent. God says, you humans are teenagers, you look promising, but you're still wild and reckless, but I need you to sort your shit out, and while you're at it, take care of your little brothers and sisters, right? They are children. Animals, they are children. I mean, look at their behavior. Look, it's absurd. I mean, if you agree with some of these things, then like, if you're like, oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, you can have sex with your stepmother, no problem at all, or well, not it's, of course, you just kill your parent. I mean, just slit the throat of your coworker, he's competing with you. Or, oh yeah, like, of course, man, of course, you're new in the neighborhood, you want to assert dominance, duh, go and slit your neighbor's throat, have sex with his wife, and kill all his children, and claim the territory, claim his house for yourself. Absurd. There's so much of this in the natural world, in the wild world. And as we were watching this, I'm like, whoa, discussing it, me and my lady, she said something that really just struck with me. She said, it's like watching the Hunger Games. It's like the animal kingdom is the Hunger Games. It really is. It's the Hunger Games. Everybody's trying to survive. They don't know that if they cooperate, they have the highest chance of survival, and they're caught in this cycle, in this samsara, really, in this vicious samsara, vicious cycle of death and rebirth, and they're caught in it and they're ignorant. That's what Buddha said. Yeah, Buddha meditated, looked at animal, he contemplated animal existence in the same way we are contemplating it here together, and he said, wow, they live in total ignorance. Their life is a form of hell because they live in total ignorance. At least humans, we're teenagers, we're reckless, we're also not the smartest, we're not the brightest, but we have these morals to uphold, right? Thou shalt not kill. Don't just go and kill your neighbor and claim his house, you know? Thou shalt not steal. I mean, there's another thing. All across the documentary, everybody's stealing food from everybody. Yeah, the hyenas come and they try to bully the lions off the kill. And then the lions bully the leopards off their kill. And the leopard, it's like, it's a never ending. Just stealing from one another. We've seen in the lions stealing the leopard's kill. You see? And I'm not even gonna get started on the fact that they kill one another. Okay, that's a whole different ball game for a whole different video. Okay? You know, imagine humans started just like, you know, well, we do eat, you know, I guess we do eat other animals, unfortunately, but that's the thing. This is also my point. Is some people say, well, animals do it. Like some people cherry pick, right? Some people cherry pick. They say, well, lions kill others and eat them, so I mean, we should do that, right? Why did you not bring up these other horrific and disturbing lion behaviors and say the same thing? Why do you have to only cherry pick and say, well, lions do it, so we can do it too, right? We can, you know, it's nature, man. It's nature. Everybody kills. Everything kills. It's like, don't you recognize they're children? They're lost. They're ignorant. They're living in pure ignorance. Animals are living in pure ignorance. We're teenagers. We're better than that. We're better than that. I mean, we're more responsible. We have more wisdom. We're still stupid, but at least we have some things, you know? You steal, you kill someone, you go to jail. So we have laws and morals, right? We have laws and morals, and that's a good thing. Otherwise, it's the law of the jungle, and it's pure chaos, and it's just the law of the jungle is the law of ignorance. That's what it is. It's because everybody's in the jungle. It's like the Hunger Game. Everybody's lost. So if somebody like says, well, you know, lions do it, so we should do it too. We should kill and eat animals, right? We're an animal after all. We are. We're just a different type of animal, significantly different than the rest of the animal kingdom. And yeah, it's like, well, if you're okay with that, then come on, somebody's got to come up and start preaching, you know. Whenever you want to assert their dominance, kill your neighbors, have sex with their wives, and kill their children. There you go. Lions do that. Why shouldn't we do that as humans? Why shouldn't we do that, right? Come on, why shouldn't we do that? I don't know. You tell me. Of course, we know that that's not the right way of conduct. That's a conduct of someone that's operating at a lower level of awareness, consciousness. We have a higher level of awareness. We are responsible. We have great power. Look, we can do anything we want with this plane. We can do anything we want with the animals. They're much stronger than us. Most of them, those mammals, much stronger than us, much bigger than us. But with a little gunshot, and I'm not talking about, with a gunshot we can kill them. Like, there you go, because we are different. Our level of intelligence is different, that we can create guns. But I was referring to those sedating guns. You know, you sedate the lion, you give them like opioids or something, and then you know that you can kind of take them to the zoo or do something with them or mark them or do whatever you want. But even the other guns, even the main guns, we could do that because, wow, you know, you've got this massive killing machine of a lion coming at you, and you can just pop it. Boom. You got a machine gun, pop it, it's done. Look at you. Look at this. You got no claws. Your canines are tiny, teeny tiny. My theory on our canines is that they're just for self-defense against other humans. Some kind of an evolutionary or adaptive mechanism, you know? Look at them. They're tiny. Look at the lion's canines. Now, of course, a lion is a killing machine. Okay, so you may say, but look, they're a killing machine. If you had these kinds of canines and claws and the programming, you would want to kill others too. I agree with you. Okay? I agree with you. And I don't know exactly the purpose of why because remember, all the animals, like, their souls, right? So it's like, I don't know what the purpose of a lion is. I don't know how they came to be here. I don't know why there's such a killing machine like that. And I don't, it's like there's some karma. It's like the Hunger Games, and there's some karma these animals are working through with each other. And as long as this plane of existence is chaotic, violent, lacking peace, lacking wisdom, because there's so much ignorance, I think beings like lions will continue to exist, because it's like the manifestation of the level of awareness. We are in the Kali Yuga, as the Hindus tell us, the age of darkness. Therefore, because there's so much ignorance, so much killing and violence, that allows for the manifestation of beings such as, like, big cats, lions, like violent beings, because it is a lower awareness time period. In the future, when the conscious ascends, beings stop killing one another, I don't know what happens to a lion. Does it suddenly cease to exist, or does it begin to sort of like adapt and lose its canines? And there's by the way, there's a really beautiful verse from the Bible. I'm going to pause this because I really have to find it, so give me a second. Alright, here it is. I found it. And I'm gonna read. There's different interpretations of this. Maybe I'll read a couple of them. There is the New International Version. So the wolf will live. So this is from Isaiah, I believe Isaiah 11:6. The wolf will live with the lamb. The leopard will lay down with the goat. The calf and the lion and the yearling together, and a little child will lead them. Interesting, huh? So that's one interpretation. I'll read another one here from let's say, Christian Standard Bible. The wolf will dwell with the lamb, and the leopard will lay down with the goat. The calf, the young lion, and the fattened calf will be together, and a child will lead them. So, in other words, this is a prophecy that at some point in the future, all these animals will coexist in peace, and they will no longer be killing one another or running away from each other and killing one another. So, again, I don't know. There's a lot of hidden information about the history of this plane, and I don't know exactly how these killing machines they manifested, and I don't know exactly how they will they simply just be sustained from the beautiful high vibrational energies of peace, and then they will just, despite having a killing machine, they will no longer have the urge to kill. They will no longer have the urge to eat because they feel fulfilled. There's abundance. Because look, right now when you observe nature, the wild, it's like a scarcity mindset. Everything's scarcity. It's a scarcity. Everybody's just about survival, shelter, and everybody's scared, and everybody's in fear. It's like fear-based. All creatures are afraid. The lion is afraid of the other lion, and the leopard's afraid of the lion, and then the lioness is afraid of the male lion because he's going to kill her children. It's like everybody's afraid of everybody. It never ends. Okay? It's not... See, do not compare humans to the rest of the animal kingdom. It is absurd, it is naive, and it is ignorant to compare and hold ourselves to the standard of other animals that are like children. It's like... it's like... if a child, a child crawling and learning how to walk starts to break all the glass, right? And any glass, they just break it. They put the mirror down and they break it. It's like holding yourself to that standard as a 16-year-old and saying, well, he's doing it. My little brother's doing it. I'm gonna just go and break everything here. You go to the kitchen, you break everything. Like my little brother's doing it. He's a cute little child, right? Because animals are cute. They're all cute. The lions are cute. They're all just cute, just like children, right? And it's like holding yourself to that standard. That's naive and ignorant. Okay, it's just ignorant, guys. Come on. How can you hold yourself to the standard of your little brother that's destroying everything as he's learning how to walk and crawl, and you start to do the same thing? Instead, you teach him, no, don't do that. Right? You teach him, don't touch that. Here's a toy. Play with the toy. Okay? So yeah, I could go on right now about like tiger behavior, which has some similarities with lions, not as vicious, but yeah. Oh, what about dogs sniffing each other's assholes. Same thing with lions. Should we start sniffing each other's assholes all of a sudden? Really? Should we start doing that right now? Okay? Like, there's just so many things. What about, I mean, dogs just, you know, they just take a shit in the street. Let's just all do that, right? Let's just all, I mean, let's do it. I mean, just be like animals. Less like human, be more like animals, right? Let's all just do it. Let's all just take a big, massive shit in our streets. Yeah? Be smelling beautiful, right? They do it in the streets. Why shouldn't we? No. My point being, we cannot hold ourselves to the same reference point to our cute, lovely, beautiful, amazing, incredible little brothers and sisters that are just like Buddha observed in his contemplations. They're caught in this cycle of samsara, the negative cycle, and they are in complete ignorance, complete blinders. Humans are ignorant, but not as ignorant, and we have the capacity to awaken. We are responsible for the well-being of this plane, and our little brothers and sisters. We are responsible. Okay, we are 16-year-old. We've got to start really like taking responsibility here and move into adulthood. Because we ain't the brightest neither, but hey, here we are. We know not to drop the glass and break the mirror. We know not to do that, at least. How do we know not to do that? Because we put these laws and morals. Because humans can act like animals. We have the lower chakras, the lower nature. We can act like animals. Absolutely. So we put down these laws and these morals, and for good reason. For absolutely good reason. Yeah, morality does exist at the higher realms. We are at the higher realms. We have this intelligence here. These animals, they have it, but they can't use it. Their brain size is limited. Their brain capacity is limited, and they're intelligent. I mean, look, a dog can sniff. Like, a dog can sniff 100 times better than a human. So I'm not saying they're just stupid. Like, there's things you can learn from them. Same way you can learn lots of things from your little brother and sister. But at the end of the day, you're in charge. You're responsible. And you don't hold yourself accountable to their reference point. You know? So yeah, don't, the end of that argument, it has to be one of the most absurd and ignorant ones. Just watch animals and behave like animals. No. Then this would be a disaster. Then this place would be a disaster. It would be a disaster. You'd always be in a constant state of fear, thinking your neighbor's gonna come any second and kill you. And you know what? Some places on Earth, it's like that. You know, I have a Syrian background. I know what happened there in 2011 and on. Terrific things happened there. People really started behaving like animals. Okay? Yeah, so we gotta take care of them, little cuties, little brothers and sisters. Learn from them what they have to offer us also, and learn. Be responsible and hold ourselves to a higher standard. You know? Simple. Sounds simple enough to me. Okay, I just wanted to share this with you guys. Thank you for watching this video and listening to these rants. If you would like to donate, I mean, another thing here as humans we could do, we share things with each other. Like, oh, here's another thing. When the female lions kill, the male lion, the king, comes, says, fuck off, get out of here. I'm eating first, motherfuckers. We humans, we share. So if you'd like to share something, you can do so down below in the description. I have a link for donations. And yeah, and what else? Some animals share, like between one another, but you see it more often that they fight for the food. Okay, I'm not saying none of them do it. And the ones that do are operating, because they're not all operating at the same level of awareness. Some, like elephants, I would say, are operating at a higher level of awareness than lions, for instance. Okay, they seem to have, you know, they seem to be quite familial and caring for one another. Lions, they'll turn on you, like they'll turn on each other any minute, any second. Like the queen's pride came and killed her two cubs, you know. So there are some animals like elephants, for instance, at a higher level of awareness than the lions. They really take care of their young ones. They don't do this kind of crap, you know. Yeah, but also, of course, they have their own problems too. Just like we humans have our own problems too. All teenagers have their own problems too. So yeah, but we share, you know, that's something. So if you want to share, I have a link down below for donations. Also, I do consultations if you're interested. All the links are in the description, and I will see you in the next video.